Good morning, class 9. Myself, Sanjay Kumar Tiwari, welcoming you to e-learning platform of St. Michael Academy, Chhauni, Betnia. Students, today I have decided to teach an important or integral part of grammatical section, which is known as subject-verb concord or subject-verb agreement. Students, you are aware of the chapter that I have started today. This unit of grammar makes us aware how to use verb with the subject. What type of rules, what type of agreements are there which may guide us while we have to use subject and verb. It's very important to know the way of using verb with subject, because these are the two fundamental things which are needed for framing any sentence. Students, when we write or speak a sentence, you have to make sure that the verb matches the subject. This is called verb agreement or concord. Your writing section, your reading section, your speaking section, your narrative section, all these sections are monitored by this important and integral part of grammatical section. Students, you are fully aware that subject and predicate, they are the two parts of any sentence, and they play very major role in making it clear, in making the meaning of your sentence clear and meaningful. The part that refers to a person or thing is called the subject, and the part that gives us more information about the subject is called the predicate of a sentence. Students, there has been fundamental rule related to this chapter that singular subject takes singular verb or singular verb is given to singular subject, while plural subject takes plural verb. These are in short known as SS and PP. They are the fundamental structural unit to guide us while we are using subject and verb to frame a sentence. Students, a subject can be singular, plural and uncountable. These are the three conditions where a subject can play a major role in form of singular, as for example, a book, plural, man, uncountable, sugar and furniture. The subject and the verb must agree. If there is no agreement, there cannot be formation of good sentence, meaningful sentences. So this agreement is very much needed. If the subject is singular, the verb should also be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb should also be plural. The verb agrees with the subject in number and person. Again, I am repeating. The verb agrees with the subject in number and person. The given words look like plurals, but they are in fact singular nouns. So the necessity of this extended grammatical unit comes to light whenever there are certain difficulties, confusions to recognize what kind of subject is singular or plural. Sometimes it looks singular but given plural verb. So we shall study all about these lessons continuously one by one. The students, now I bring you to subjects, dramatics, disease, mumps, games, darts. Words such as audience, congregation, crowd, group, family take a singular or plural verb depending upon the sentence, but it is always to use plural verb with these nouns. All these nouns look singular. They don't have any plural tone. You are at liberty in what capacity they have been used, whether they have been used in the capacity of singular or plural. So it goes upon you while you have to use verb. But it's mandatory and it's very safe for us to use plural verb with these nouns. I am giving you some examples where nouns plural in form but singular in meaning take a plural verb. All the examples are compasses, tongues, googles, jeans. They are looking plural, but they have singular meaning, and still they take what? Plural form. Students, rest of the rules will be taught to you in next video. So go through it, understand it. Any query is welcome, and I am always ready to cooperate you with all those things.